Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today again we are going to be explore one more new thing in SAP here. As you know, whenever we are creating a purchase order which can be shared with your external supplier, correct? So that purchase order we have to release or we have to approve from your management. Okay, so that is comes under your release strategy. Whenever you can using SAP ECC or SAP S4HANA both, so classic release strategy option is available in both ECC as well as in SAP S4HANA. So today we are going to be discussing about what is exactly the difference between collective release purchase order and individual release purchase order here. So this is standard purchase order which is created towards the supplier for this 100 quantity at the price of 550 rupees here. Okay, so here release strategy already mapped, already configured into the backend. So here, after creating the purchase order, in the header, we'll get the option for the release strategy here. So here, the release group is your ZR. These are the release codes according to the approvers. First release code is PM for the purchase manager, AM for your accounts manager, and GM for general manager. So here, three approvers are here. So one by one. So first approver will be approved by this purchase manager. After that only, that purchase order is going to be triggered to the accounts manager. After the accounts manager, then it should be triggering to the GM general manager. So in this way, we have configured this release strategy into the backend. If you want to learn that release strategy part, please check YouTube channel. There we already mentioned what are the steps need to be followed to apply for the release strategy here. Okay, so first of all, we can just go with the individual release part for the purchase order here. As of now, this is the block condition here. So as I mentioned, first should be approved by this purchase manager. So what are the T codes for that? For the release purchase order, let's open new screen here. So we can follow the pathwise. If you are aware about the T code, directly you can enter the T code for the release purchase order here. Okay, just for your understanding, we can just follow the path. Materials management purchasing, we can go for the purchase order here. So here SAP has given the two options. You can go with the collective release as well as you can go with the individual release. So as I mentioned, first of all, we are going to be discussing about the individual release part here. Individual means what? So every approver have given this release code along with the release group. So they have authorized for that role only here. Okay. So first of all, if you have to release that purchase order, first of all, you have to select this release code, which is the PM, and release strategy is your ZR, which is already customized into the backend here. Okay, just for your understanding, if I'm directly releasing that PO by the accounts manager, so it is possible or not? Let me show that part. So what is the release code for the accounts manager? AM. Directly we are jumping for that accounts manager here. Let's see. Okay, release group is your ZR. If you are executing that part, then what happens? It will be showing like that, no suitable purchasing document found. Why? Because first, if that purchase order has been released by this purchase manager, after that only it will be triggering to the accounts manager. Okay, so let's go. First, we are going to be releasing with your PM, that is your purchase manager, that is our release code. Okay, that release code is already authorized for that person who is working for that role. Then we have to enter the release strategy or release group here, execute. After that, here you can see this purchase order, we can able to see. So what is our PO number? 960. This is the purchase order number. So we can release that PO only, which is we are discussing here. So select that PO and click on the release plus save. As your first approver release, then again refresh the purchase order. Here you can see first approver approve your purchase. So after that only it should be triggering to the next approver only. After purchase manager, it should be triggering to the accounts manager. Let's again release to the second release code for the accounts manager, that is AM, and our release group is your ZR. So this is like individually one by one, you can able to release that purchase order. Click on purchase order, click on a release plus save. Again, second release will be done. Refresh your purchase order till still that purchase order is in a block condition. Until and unless all approvers are not going to be approved, that condition should be in a block. We are not able to process for the GR. Okay. After releasing the PO only, we can able to share with your supplier here. Okay. That is called as your release purchase order here. Okay. Then final approval is your what? General manager. That is your GM. The release code for general manager is your GM. Again, we have to go for individual release, enter your code, and your release group is your ZR, then execute. Then finally, this is our purchase order. Right now, the status of the purchase order, refresh the PO again. Here you can see all approvers are approved individually. Right now, our purchase order change into the release status from the block. So this is your individual release, which is the one option given by the SAP for approve your purchase order. SAP has given the one more option again, that is called as a collective release. So let's create one more PO again here for that collective release. So firstly, let me create one purchase order here. Same material quantity, everything we are going to be creating, same PO. Okay. Then refresh or check. Right now, release strategy again triggering here. So this time we are going with what? Going with the collective release option. Just save this PO. PO number is your 61. So let's open that PO again. And we are going with the collective release part. So mostly in all of the organizations, so we are going to prefer a individual release always, not going with the collective. But SAP has given the option, then we are going with that option only here. Okay. So change the PO number here. So our PO number is a 61 that we have to enter here. So this is your collective release option or collective release T code, which is given by the SAP. So at the same screen, we can able to release that purchase order by all the approvers here. Okay. So this is not a good. Always we can go with the purchase order release with the individual, because all approvers will be gone through it. Sometimes if any approval is not available, so that time we can give that authorization to some person who is your management, that for time specific period we can give the authorization, and that purchase order should be approved by that person only there. Okay, because collective release at the same time, here you can see by double click on that release option, that purchase order is going to be released now. Okay, this is the collective release. So both T codes, which is given by the SAP, as per the requirement, we can able to use that T code to approve or to release your purchase order, which we can be shared with your external supplier. Similarly, for the purchase equation also, SAP has given the option for collective release and individual release. Okay, similarly, it will be also work. So this is the difference between your individual release purchase order and collectively release purchase order into the SAP. Thank you. If you want to learn new more things in SAP S/4HANA sourcing and procurement, please like, share, and subscribe my YouTube channel and visit our website www.taxskills.com. Thank you.